So when we've talked to a lot of clients, and you've been asking people this for 15 years. You always say, "Hey, what did that cost you?" Right? What does that cost you? And most people can't answer it, right?
Absolutely.
And
yeah.
then
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you got these people that say, "Oh, well, my guy only charges me 1%, or 75 basis points, or whatever." But that's really just that scene cost. That's no problem to say that. But then you can go this step further, and you said, "Well, what's your all-in cost?" Like, before I heard you ask that to one of our clients, I'd never heard the question asked, "Hey, what's your all-in cost?"
Yeah, the all-in cost is something that no one can answer. I mean, no one. If I say, I've asked literally thousands of people, tell me every fee that you have in your 401k or your mutual funds or everything, as far as transaction fees. And by the way, they can't answer this when you say, tell me all the risks that are involved. They always miss inflationary risk or something else to do with that. And it's why people are vulnerable, because when you think about fees, they don't realize that's money flowing away from them. Yep. Right? Is you think that it's flowing away from you, but it's going to be held somewhere in some tank somewhere till you need it. And then when you need it, you're going to call your financial babysitter up and you're going to say, "Hey, I'm ready for that big tank of money." Right? And then what? So, even Northwestern Mutual, they say, "Hey, let us manage your money." So think of every financial institution in the world. What do they want, Nick?
They want control of your money.
They want your money. How much of it do they want?
As much as you'll give them.
And how long do they want to keep it?
For as long as you'll let them.
And how much of it do they want to give back to you?
As little as possible.
Now, just based on those 4 questions and your answers, which were spot on, how much money do you want to give financial institutions?
I really don't want to give them any.
But yet, when you get your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks or every month or how often you get paid, there's something there that says your 401k contributions or your 403b contributions or your 457 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
There's those contributions. That money is flowing away from you. First, it flows to the government in the form of tax. Then it flows away to Wall Street in the form of retirement plan contributions, right? Yep. And then it flows away from you from the bank.
Yep.
Because the bank takes your money and starts to use it. And they get money to flow back to them.
You didn't get to touch your money at all in that.
Yeah. You don't touch your money a lot. So think about something. Your money is deposited in a bank and then it's automatically withdrawn to go pay your creditors. You didn't use it. You're using it. Your creditors are getting it. You never touched it.
I know. We'll have to go into this in another episode about why direct deposit exists now, why you can't get a check and not too readily and sit on it put that in your top drawer for 2-3 weeks.
You mean that's not for your benefit? That's not convenience?
I didn't understand until I read Nelson's book and then really opened Pandora's box with our conversations.
Here's the thing about this podcast and the message that we give to people every day. You can act like these things aren't happening, but they are.
Yeah.
Right? You can stick your head in the sand and hope that it's not happening, but it is. And Nelson says, if you know what's happening, you'll know what to do. So that's really what the whole purpose of this podcast is in our movement to help our clients, is to let you know what's happening. So when we think of flow of money and we think of money flowing away from us, and when I think of this, I think that most people, they earn an income, and where do they put it, Nick?
They put it in their savings account, their money babysitter.
Yeah, they put it first. It goes in their checking account, right? Theoretically.
Yep.
And then they pay their standard of living, they pay their taxes, they pay for their savings and investments, and they pay for their major purchases, let's say. And let's say they make in those savings and investments, they make some money.
Yep.
What do they do with it?
They continue to reinvest into that.
Well, they either keep it there. That's right. They just leave it there in that account, that tank of money. So they have the tank of money that's their checking account. They have the tank of money that's their investment. They're not touching either one of these. Somebody else is taking their money and making money and getting money to flow back to them.
And they didn't, and you, the client, did you see that going on?
No. See, you didn't see it going on because it's the what?
It's the unseen.
It's the unseen. So in economics, Frederick Bastiat, who wrote that there's the seen and the unseen in economics. The seen is what they want us to see, right?
Yeah.
What they want to be the white knight.
Yeah. What was it? What was the Andy Andrews quote that we heard at the Brian Buffini seminar?
Oh, yeah.
Remember what that was? He said, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I can't remember the quote.
He said compete so well that the competition doesn't even know there's a game going on.
Right.
And we kind of adapted this to say there is a game going on where the competition is competing so well we don't even know there's a game going on. Like they're getting your money, daily, that whatever that is, where those fees and the expenses are coming out of there, flowing away from you, and we don't even see it, to the point that no one even knows how to answer the question what it costs.